They're able to go inside out on that.
Would you want to ref the gold medal match?
I've never refed at all, ever. That would be a bad idea. See a 5.0 mixed doubles gold medal match. Hey, what's our score, Keenan? 8-9-1. So they were able to go on a little tear there, and Stephanie Lane calling a timeout, trying to regroup.
Is your phone back up and rolling?
Yeah, it's back up. Will you do me a favor? Go and share it. If Keenan and Larissa, Stephanie Lane, and Johan to wipe the sweat off their faces, drink some water and rehydrate, and come up with a game plan coming out of this 60-second timeout. Stephanie Lane and Johan want to come out and win the next point and stop the momentum that Larissa and Keenan have created for themselves. Not able to defend his side. That's the only issue with getting all the way over like that, is that if they do get it back, it could be detrimental to the point. Yes, I can use big words, Connor. Connor's not got the best signal here in this aluminum roof building, but he's got it now. The mower.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Did it really? No, that is not accurate.
Which one is it?
It should be on the Gold Boy Pickleball page.
That's what I'm on.
It should be the very top one.
So it's game time.
No, that was from me. Here, do this one.
For me, though, delivery 8
Yeah,
seconds.
try that one. Click on it. For him and see, because I think I shared it on there. Was that another timeout called? Oh, you guys won. Okay.
Wait, hey, did you share it as Scott Golden or
Under Golden Boy Pickleball.
onto the forum?
Onto the forum. Hopefully that's what I did. Really, really interesting here.
Your phone back. You might have to reshare it.
Okay, hey, look, I'm going to post it to my personal Facebook page just now. See if you can find it on my beard on there. And I'm going to see if we're actually live or not. I believe we are. I believe it. Yes, please share it on the Pickleball Forum. And then tell everybody, like. Okay, so they're split one game apiece. This is game 3. We were able to confirm that. So now we're going to be seeing the third game. Okay, thank you. So Connor Basnice shared the link from YouTube to the Pickleball Forum. So if you could, tune in. This is going to be a fantastic game 3. And I think he'd be willing to do that. So give me just a second. I'm going to hand this microphone.
Smash. We have on camera the 5.0 mixed bronze medal match. Stephanie Lane and Johan Svensson versus Larissa Booth and Keenan Gore. Each team 5.0 mixed doubles bracket. Give me just a second. I'll get you a score update here. Had the ball lost in the bleachers for just a second. It's a little bit of a cold here. Great misstep not to play mixed at this tournament for some reason. I don't know why. So Keenan was able to snatch her up and play. Got 2-3-2. Johan serving to Keenan. I have here standing next to me the .5 tennis player, so she just loves that hard game. This is the first time. Cassandra, you want to answer a couple questions?
Sure.
So, Cassandra.
Tough one. They're both two solid teams. I, to be honest, don't want to play either of them, but we'll have to play one of them.
What's gonna be you and Jared's strategy going into the gold medal match?
I think when we are if we would play Keenan and Larissa, we would probably have to slow it down a bit more.
I would agree.
They have very quick hands. Keenan has gets too high, she puts it away.
Yep.
So we'd have to be very patient with Johan. It would be the same thing, try to get to the net. And for Jared and I, we're probably going to try to get up to the net and then possibly put pace as quick as we can to try to win the point. So either team is going to be tough. We'd put McKee.
Is that you?
We're kind of waiting to play together, which is very exciting to finally get to play some together. So it's gonna be good. We are combined the 5-0 and the 4-5 teams. There's only one other 5-0 team.
Traded. Get your score update here in just a second.
2?
No, wait.
Yeah, 8-6.
8-6-2. We have a timeout called by Keenan and Larissa. Seems Stephanie and Johan have went on a little roll here. So a timeout was definitely necessary to maybe mess up the mojo, if you will. Nice third shot drop by Johan. Nice hard shot by Larissa to Stephanie's backhand. Got a sight out here. 6-9-1. That drive may have gone out, but Stephanie was able to save it with her forehand there. Beautiful play by Keenan. Hopefully we'll have some courts available for some open play here in the next half an hour to an hour. So I'm sure Scott will be live streaming some of that too from beautiful Springfield. The weather was a little bit crazy last night. Had a couple tornadoes touch down nearby and lots of sirens and winds, high winds for everybody staying in the hotels. It was a little bit scary. A couple of the hotels lost power for a little while, but me and my girlfriend Whitney drove up here this morning. Nice and sunny, clear skies, so pretty happy about that. Looks like Stephanie and Johan won game 3, so they will move on to play Jared and Cassandra again. They played them once earlier in the bracket, Jared and Cassandra. Stephanie and Johan.
They did win it, so it's over. So Stephanie and Johan.
Well, I was gonna come in and find you. You were gone for a
Where's Scott? We can't find him.
He's been in the bathroom for like 20 minutes. Is everything?
An awful long time he's been in. I think that's 4-5 and 5-0 wrapped up here. Stephanie Lane and Johan, as Connor probably said, ended up winning that one in 3-2. Speaking of the devil, there's Cassandra Gurkey right there. Connor, do you want to jump on the court and hit some with this guy right here? Oh, wait, looks like they got people. Hold on.
They're getting ready to play a gold medal match.
Oh, yeah, Cassandra's actually getting on the court right now.
See, I like to call the people that kind of look for open courts, court vultures.
Court vultures. I call them lot lizards. You call them court vultures. Same thing, though, at the end of the day.
Same thing. When you're at a tournament, there's a court immediately after court opens. There's people just flock, just open court to maybe get in a couple hits before the next match is called.
Absolutely. Do you know the guy that's warming up with Cassandra? Do you know his name?
That is Carter. He is from Kansas City.
Do you know Carter's last name?
Tubasing.
Tubasing. I'm going to go with Tubasing also. If that's wrong, Carter, sorry. We'll correct it later. Or you can text us and correct it later. Stephanie Lane in the house.
That was the bronze, Scott. Yeah.
You were able to get that in 3.
Yes.
Tell you what, all 3 games coming down the wire there. You guys are going to be facing Cassandra Kirky and Jared Smith.
The youngsters.
And they're
about 20 years difference we're talking here.
Youngsters and they're local to Springfield. So
they're not making the unforced errors at all. And so we got to keep ours to a minimum.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they're a fun team to watch. You guys are a very fun team to watch. We're excited about streaming it, so thank you.
Thanks,
I'll let you get on, but appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate Stephanie Lane spending a little time with the Golden Boy there. A brief 30 seconds. She's like a tornado, in and out, in a flash. She's going off saying there's a tornado in the area. I actually thought this was going to be my last days spent in Springfield. I was saying my prayers and hoping for the best. Yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it didn't boil down to getting. No, it's gonna take a lot more than a tornado to get me to go downstairs. What the heck? But no, I mean, yeah, we had a tornado warning in effect, and that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Jared getting ready for the gold medal match. I'm not going to comment on what I was going to, so I'm just going to move on. Lee gave me the look of death. You think? I mean, if the microphone picked it up or not, because if it did, then that's just too bad for them. But anyway. So, yeah, we're in Springfield, Missouri, and anybody still watching, we have 4 faithful viewers. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate you watching. I actually have 3 brothers as well, so it's probably Mom and my 3 brothers at this point. We've been streaming right now on this particular feed for only 22 minutes, which is not bad, but the first round, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes. We are live, Cassandra. Just remember, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. I know. She asks me every time. Look, Cassandra asks me every time, Scott, are we live? Yes, Cassandra, we've been live for 22 minutes now. It's been recording everything you've said.
If Scott Golden is here, we're always live.
We're going to be live.
We're always live.
People have been, but then I thought again. So, but yeah, this is fun. We've been enjoying pickleball all day. Lee Lewis hanging out in a nice comfy chair, enjoying her gold medal. Yeah, 4-5, so she had a great partner for sure. Yeah, you guys both played phenomenal. Cole Langford is a young, athletic tennis guy that converted over to pickleball. Do you know why he likes pickleball so much more than tennis?
I don't, because he's still playing college tennis.
Well, what he won't admit, though, is he's friends with me. I mean, probably. I've never been to Springfield in my life. So, does he go to college around here?
In Arkansas.
Oh, shoot. That's really close to Alabama. We possibly could be friends. I've got 5,000 friends on Facebook. It's possible that the tennis coach in Arkansas me for Cole, so that should tell you right there how much better he is than me. That's not true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't live anywhere near here. No, that was a joke. Lee and I played in Mocan, so because I think that's the reason that we didn't partner back up. She said, well, that was a 4-5 bracket, and that was like the very first time I think that you would ever, yeah. She played great.
So after this is over, we're gonna have open play at the bottom courts if you wanna come down.
Okay, at the bottom courts, meaning the far ones over there? Okay, fantastic.
The level that you need, though. It is hard to find. We don't have a lot of ladies at your level here, so.
Yeah, and Lee, that's not actually live than it is. Stephanie Lane is booked out for like 2 years. You have to get on her wait list for the next 2 years before you can even consider it. Then she has to interview you, I don't know if this is changing, and I hope it is. I hope that more and more females are going to start playing tournaments and being a part of Lee was actually he's such a cool guy. Yeah, Fuzzy. Fuzzy's his nickname. Nobody knows what his real name is. Great. So Christy just informed me that on Facebook it's not even his name. It's like his. Now we're seeing Cassandra and Jared warming up. Our 5.0 mixed doubles gold medal match referee is going to be the official and awesome Rita Gregory. I was going to say Franklin. Rita Franklin's a singer, I believe, though. Yeah, it's not Rita Franklin. Rita Franklin does not play pickleball. We don't know for sure. My favorite thing to say is when they hit it, that is going out clearly. They hit it and don't go, and then there's no argument after that.
It's all possible.
Yeah, it's a possible save. Christy's all about the possibilities. I love it. The championship between Georgia and Alabama at 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's what I said. DVR is like a beautiful thing. All right, I'm going to step over here with Michael Porter real quick, our tournament director for the day, actually for the whole weekend. What do we have going on here? We got our camera on court number 7.
The difference is in that one, Stephanie and Johan came out of the winner's bracket, and the roles have changed a little bit, but we're getting ready to see a great match overall. You might see one team pull a little lead, but just like earlier, they've been pretty spot on all day.
Yeah, and in the 4-5 mixed doubles gold medal match, full tilt.
Yeah, and it's like Cass is just playing unbelievable today.
Not just today.
Yeah, I put him got it over Jared's head, which is hard. he's definitely not a short person. She's got that for a reason. Oh, Cass barely missed that. That made him flinch a little bit. So didn't get him probably an hour and a half ahead of what I scheduled. Get several hours of, work out pickup games here.
Yeah, and Marco, you are a player also outside of being the tournament director. You understand that part of the, appeal to a pickleball tournament is being able to play those pickup games after the games start winding down and courts start opening. So you're taking it actually a step further by...
You just can't control balls rolling over. They're going to have to. So what I try to do is let the open play go, but not affect the real games going on. Because that's, it's nothing more frustrating. You have a bad day and you go 2 and out, and then part of the deal, fun a lot and you're just not capable of, and and that's kind of down when you're wanting to play some games. And
no doubt, but it's because you understand you make a big emphasis on keeping the games going. You get people rolling and you just keep the courts full all day long. So the fact
years and years of working on it. I've been running tournaments for almost 2 years now, and you sometimes the best way to learn is by failing, and I unfortunately in the early stages I was not very good at experience. And
wait, let me stop you. Let you repeat that, guys. Listen up. If you're a tournament director out there across
that it's not about money. I won't do one that's about money. It's it. I know exactly what so many courts can handle, and I'm pretty upfront saying hey, I'll do it. This is a max. You go over that, find someone else to run it, because I don't want to put stuff.
Yeah, that stuff's gonna happen. I'm gonna let you take a quick break and do that real quick. I'm gonna let him focus on what he's got to do. But Michael, thank you for taking that time, and that's some good insight from a tournament director's perspective, and kind of his best to keep those games being efficient and running on time. You guys heard it. He said he's an hour and a half ahead of schedule. I've been at tournaments where you're literally 5 hours what the players want and what they need, and that's why he runs such a great tournament. And that's why people are always going to be a part of what. Well, that's a great shot by Jared right there.
In the bag, it's on the side of the bag. I will touch it. I will. That's here. Because I got mad at the I was like, Jared, I can't
7-3-2, an early lead for Stephanie and Johan. I heard 3 tournaments in 1 month. That's what I do a lot. 3 tournaments in 1 month. That's because all I do is pickleball. I don't, or a wife. Yeah, or kids. Oh, we said that already. Yeah, no kids, no wife. Yeah, what? Or a wife, or a life. No life because no wife. That rhymes. I did used to have a wife though, so if that makes a difference. Cass with the Johan aggressive on that one. That one bit him. But he'll make an adjustment to that. Ooh, Stephanie lobbed that one, just barely missed outside of the line there. Outside the baseline. Eight, 4-1.
They're in the same month. They're literally back-to-back weekends. Well, yes. But I'm just saying, if you take one from each of them, you take one in July.
Oh boy, that ball is put away nice right there by Cassandra Gerke. One of the cool things about this new setup I've got is I can go Bluetooth and remotely. So I'm going to come over here with my buddies right here and watch this 5-0 match and commentate at the same time. If you wondered, can the Golden Boy multitask? The answer to that is a simple yes.
Do you want a beer, Scott?
I probably shouldn't drink and commentate. Or no, that's drink and drive. Yes, I'll take a beer. Drinking and commentating is acceptable. Drinking and driving, not acceptable. That was not a well-executed lob. Johan able to put that ball away. 9-4-2. Yeah, so you can see it's actually up on there.
That's pretty fancy.
It is, and I can move it around. All right. I think it's 9-4-2. So an interesting thing that I've noticed now all of a sudden is before this matchup, there was no stacking between Johan and Stephanie. They had not been stacking all day. All of a sudden now in this matchup, they're stacking. And I'm wondering if that's something to do with Cassandra's unique and unorthodox style. Maybe they're trying to get a matchup with Johan maybe on a certain side, or maybe Stephanie on a certain side. Does anybody kind of know what's going on there?
No.
Okay, they've been enjoying their brewskis over here. Yeah, I've heard that.
So you're saying they're stacking Johan?
Well, they're just stacking in general right now. They weren't stacking before. So I'm wondering if it's all of a sudden they're stacking because they want to get a matchup, a certain matchup. I'm trying to sound super fancy here, Chris. I was hoping you could help me out.
Well, I did see Stephanie practicing the lobs over here, so I don't know if they want a head-to-head match with her, so she'll stop rapping.
Okay. Maybe that's what it is. See, so say that one more time. This is just a theory, but Chris Heck's going to give us his theory on maybe why they're stacking.
I think that they wanted to stack so that Stephanie could, so she could practice her lob, which she just hit. And that one was not quite high enough, but I could tell that she did want a lob, so it'll push Cassandra back a little bit.
Okay, to keep her from actually earning.
That a lob can actually shift them both back over onto the left side of the court, and it'll open it up.
Okay, fantastic. I think that there could be something to that. It just seems like because all day I was watching Johan and Stephanie, and they weren't stacking, so all of a sudden now we're seeing it, and it would make sense. You know, it makes sense whenever they want to keep her from earning, I guess, on that side. It's just strange how they're. Have y'all ever seen Cassandra lob this much? I've never seen her lobbing this much.
That's at least 5 times this game that she's tried to throw up a lob.
But it's not worked. She's got to get out of that. I don't know if it's
I'm too short. Too short.
Yeah, but just the fact that she's lobbing in general is odd to me. Now, I will say, playing against Stephanie and Johan, I mean, they can dink for days. So Cassandra, admittedly, she likes the speed of the game, the pace to be a little more aggressive. So maybe that has something to do with that.
You want to ask?
Probably not at this moment. Not a good time. Coming off a loss is never a good time to ask somebody what they're doing wrong and why they're doing it. I do. Every time I do a gold medal match, it seems like the team that's coming out of the loser's bracket always ends up winning the best 2 out of 3. And the reason, I think, in my opinion, is because the team that comes out of that loser's bracket has got full momentum winning the bronze medal or winning that bronze match, and they're in that zone of like competitiveness, and the other team has been sitting for a while, you know. So that's what we've seen in the 4-5 mixed doubles. We're seeing it here in game 1. You know, it's not uncommon for from a mentality standpoint. They know they've got that game to 15 safety net in their back pocket, right? The other team doesn't. Their back's against the wall.
But nobody coming out of the winner's draw wants to go into that game to 15, because then you're going to start feeling nervous going into that, because then you have a chance of losing. Right now, they need to settle down. They need to play their game because now they're warm, and Cassandra needs to slow the ball down. She needs to just join in and keep it really slow with everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like they're sticking with the game plan so far of that lob.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work out too well for him, but Jared's going to have to get a bit more involved in all of this.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see if they can make these adjustments that Chris is talking about. That's a great point, by the way, just starting out in game 2.
And they did. They went with the lob, but then they started slowing down and dinking more, and they're moving Johan a little bit more out of the court, so that's going to open everything up a little bit more for them.
Definitely. That's it. That's Chris Heck, guys, by the way. He's from Wichita? Oh, I nailed it. Boom. Yeah, I mean, no, it's not even. I don't even have any idea. They're not even drinking beer. It looks like it's actually root. It's root beer. It's actually grapefruit juice. Sorry, we gotta get on the same page here. No, I mean we're just hanging out, having a good time here, watching this gold medal match. Courts are gonna start opening up.
Oh my God.
So it sounds like to me that it seems like Cassandra and Jared have gotten away from it just yet, so I'm going to see if they can make these adjustments to it, start hitting them better. That's a great lob right there. Oh, look at the get by Johan. Oh, what a point by Johan Svensson out of Memphis, Tennessee. That is a 50-plus senior pro right there making a diving effort to his stomach to try to get that ball over. He got the friendly roll from the indoor net, though. I don't think on the outdoor net. Yeah, that was unbelievable. Yeah, and he never touched the net. That's a good point. What happens if he touches the net there? What happens if he touches the net while he's diving for that?
It's the other team's point.
But I mean, why? Is that just like in the rule book? I think that's in the rule book. Yeah, it's in the rule book. I was looking for something a little more there. Katie's not giving it to me there. She's like, no, Scott, just let me enjoy this.
I'm not much of a talker.
No, she likes to talk just one-on-one, not really in front of a big crowd, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
She's more of a one-on-one talker. No, I mean, honestly, though, that was a great play by Johan and Stephanie. And sometimes what that can do is that can really get you energized right there. All right, let's see what the score is. 1-2-1. Jared Smith right here from Springfield, Missouri with the backhand around the post. He actually made the old man grunt and then got out there and was able to hit it around the post. He did not even believe he was going to get there to that. Oh, it was a thin line there. He had to, that's the athlete that Jared Smith is. He can hit that kind of shot. Look, he's so nonchalant. So we call him a cool cat because he's got ice in his veins. The man's never too excited, never too down. Now, you'll get some energy and excitement out of Cassandra. When she makes a great play or her partner makes a great play, she'll give the old, the old verbal excitement cue. She had the fist pump. Another good shot by Jared and Cassandra. I guess after losing game 1.
She's starting to be a little more patient. She's slowing it
She's
down.
setting
Waiting better for her opportunities.
She's setting them up better, isn't she?
Yeah, she's going to have to keep doing that. Keep it nice and slow, and I think she's going to find a lot of success in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to move up here with Chris Heck because my two ladies right here aren't much of talkers right here. They're not really going to. Yeah, I'm gonna shift over to Chris Heck. He's my man right here. Well, yeah, I mean, clearly me and him, we bonded instantly. All right. So instead of just leaning across and leaning on Kelsey, instead of leaning on Kelsey right there, I'm going to step over here with Chris. Another good point there.
Not sure she should have sped that one up, and I think she'll keep it slow after this point again.
So, again, we're back to the theme of game 2. Actually, game 1 and game 2. Look like Cassandra and Jared, mostly Cassandra, though, trying to lob. You gave your theory on it earlier. It seems like there may be, oh, no, there it is again. That's another good one.
See, I'm not sure why that's working. I think Johan's just being too aggressive and leaning in. I think if he'd fake that and then shoot back and get a couple of overheads, he could stop them from lobbing.
Yeah, one way to, when people are watching and they're like, how do you stop somebody from lobbing so much? The key is to hit a couple smash winners, and then they'll think twice about doing it.
Yeah, stop leaning in so much and just be ready for them to throw one up, because once you start lobbing, it's really hard to stop.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you're feeling it, man. The game of pickleball is a game of runs and momentum swings. And the thing is, like, when somebody gets in a zone and they start feeling a certain shot, it's easier and easier for them to execute that shot in rhythm.
It is, but you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting it to work over and over and over. They're going to have to...
What you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, if you just keep doing the same thing over and over, they'll adjust, and then they'll start using it against you.
Yeah, 5.0 players are really keen on adapting to game plans. And then it's like, talk to people, because you're a 5.0 player out of Wichita, and talk to us about at the 5.0 level and the pro level, what it's like to have that mental chess match, not just physically. Everybody's gifted physically, but it goes back and forth in a chess match, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And just continuing to switch it up and using all of your shots rather than just sticking to one or two that you think are your two best shots. You've got to work on all of them. And if your 6 and 7 shots are horrible, then you need to work on them and start getting them into use also.
For sure.
Whenever I play with Matt Wright, he just never does the same thing twice.
That's right. Yeah.
And so there's nothing predictable about any of it.
And as soon as you think you've got Matt figured out, he'll do something different. He just constantly is like a chameleon. He's adapting to his opponent constantly.
Yeah, and it makes it really tough to kind of hone in on anything that's working because it's just constantly changing.
Yeah, because he's so skilled physically that he can execute all the shots that he wants, but also he understands the game to a higher degree than the average player does.
I agree, and his hands are so fast that he can make up for any kind of deficits that might come in a point also.
Yeah, definitely.
Flip it on you real quick.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we're going to get a score update, guys. We've been kind of talking here, and we're going to try to get back on task here. All right, we're going to find out if we can get the score here.
Six, 1-2.
All right, Chris Heck with the score update for us. Oh, Jared got a little bit excited on that. Sometimes what happens, I call it the Alabama taser, but it's the ball that hits the net and it kind of dribbles over, or it hits the net and it comes shooting at you, or just changes trajectory. Talk about that. That's something that happens quite a bit in the 5.0 level.
Well, it happens a lot in the indoor stuff also, where the net's not quite as sturdy as maybe it could be, but they've been coming out with different designs on nets too to make that net a little bit tighter, a little bit more sturdy. So
yeah, the
net doesn't give
quite as much.
Yeah, you get back to normal pickleball.
Yeah, we want to try to create the best scenario for outdoor experience, even if it's indoor. So a Swift net is one that you didn't mention specifically, but that's a new technology net that I think they're trying to design, or they have designed to kind of mimic an outdoor net, a more stable type of indoor.
Is that the one with the thicker black posts and along the bottom?
And it has, well, yes, and actually, it has like this. Oh wow, Cassandra laying out for that one. Cassandra doesn't mind getting bruised and banged up on the court. She will dive on any surface, won't she?
I think she'll do anything to get that ball.
Yeah,
she got a little turned around on that one, had to change her direction quick, and she laid it all out there.
But boy, she's tough with it, man. She'll have bruises on her knees and her thighs and stuff, and that's just her inner drive. I mean, you don't teach that kind of stuff, right?
No, that kind of competitiveness, you just have it in you or you don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can't teach that inner fire that somebody's got, that inner competitiveness, and the reason they're in the gold medal matches is part of that is the combination of them having that inner drive and working on their skill set to the point where they can compete at the highest levels. And one thing that I think has helped Cassandra immensely is being able to play with Dave Weinbach here for a little while and being able to play at the highest level with the top pro.
See, I'm not sure what just happened there. Johan, he saw it, he was reading the lob, and he went over there. I think he tried just for that high backhand shot. It might have been going for a little too much on that one.
Yeah, we've seen a change in momentum certainly in game two. Game one was taken by Stephanie and Johan, but it looked like Jared and Cassandra woke up. No. Who took game one? Am I right?
Yeah, Stephanie, they took game one.
Okay, I was right. Yeah.
And now these guys are warmed up, so they've really slowed the ball down, and they're warm. They're back in this game.
Which is what you talked about earlier. Game two, they needed to slow down, and that's exactly what they've done.
I think they were just getting anxious, sitting around waiting for this match, and they just thought they'd come out firing.
Yeah, you come out a little amped up. That's a good get right there by Cassandra. She was able to play that off the net. And we see like a little emotional, she, looking into Jared's eyes right there saying, hey, come on, give me something back here.
Getting fired up.
She's
She
getting
had
fired
a really good adjustment off that net shot. I'm not sure how she got that.
I'm not either. That was a fantastic adjustment, and it kind of messed Stephanie up because I don't think Stephanie. Ooh, that's just a great put away by Cassandra there.
She got her hands up real quick. That was a tough ball for her to get up there. Stephanie hit a good shot.
Yeah, and look.
Cassandra did a little better with it.
Absolutely. And I know from talking with Cassandra personally, Dave Weinbach, and being in Madison, Wisconsin on a regular basis with Dave.
And you can learn a lot about what your responsibility as a player is when you start playing with people that are a little better than you.
Sure.
Just
Makes
which
sense.
balls you're supposed to be getting, which is on the forum saying some people won't play with better players because they know they're going to lose. But when you go into a match like that, just try and soak in as much as you can and what they're doing, what you should be doing, and it'll just make you a better player at the end of the day. So just try and stay as positive as you can when you go on a pickleball court, because this game at the end of the day is just supposed to be fun.
It's supposed to be fun. That's right, Chris. And enjoying it. Of course, winning is fun. We're all competitive. We want to win. But if you're having fun, look at that. Another backhand around the post by Jared Smith for the win, actually.
Wow. Yeah. And if you end up losing, just remember, you can always just go and have a beer with everybody and relax.
Yeah, and just enjoy the atmosphere. I mean, it's hard to see because the camera's focused on the court. But, Chris, talk to us. We got a good crowd here in Springfield, Missouri. I mean, there's a big group watching this 5.0 mixed doubles.
Yeah, I came here last year, and we probably had half.
They're just watching.
So the quality of the tournament's been really good here. And I think the fans are approving it by showing up to watch our matches.
No question. And look, it's not that if you guys wonder why does he always film the 5.0s and the 4.5s and stuff. It's not that I don't want to film the 3.5 and the 4.0 matches. It's just that there's so many matches going on through a tournament throughout the day. I have to pick and choose the ones that make the most sense. And the biggest crowds are typically going to be at the 4.5 and 5.0, and there's a reason. The play is exciting. There's a lot of cerebral stuff that goes on, and so it's nothing to do with not wanting to film 3.5 and 4.0 matches. It's just I have to be. There's only one of the Golden Boy, there's only one, and so I have to make the most of it. So
they're not here to play, or if they're lower level players, they want to see. Learning a little bit more about mixed doubles. I really haven't played a lot of mixed doubles in my day. So I've been kind of picking up on different strategies that might work. And I feel like Cassandra and Jared keeping it slow right now.
She's known. She's known. I think that might be part of the strategy that we're seeing unfold is that Jared and Cassandra want to force.
But they can get to every single one of these overheads, so they should just be dropping them back in and keep going.
Yeah, and Johan's really good at resetting a ball from anywhere on the court. So, and see, we saw another drive right there. That was a third shot drive right into Cassandra. The response is higher, and with the Dura or a Franklin ball, you can keep it low.
And I'm not sure if the ball's bouncing higher or sometimes two low parts.
Yeah, and then a metal bar in the middle.
Yeah, and I hit the bar a couple times today, and the ball just died and stayed on my side.
Yeah, the bar does crazy things. Sometimes it can work in your favor because it'll shoot a different direction to stay in, and other times you hit it and it just dies. The bar. And
that might be the way to go then.
It is. The reason it hasn't really caught on as quick yet is because it's
I think everybody's taking care of the equipment. It's a good investment.
It is a good investment, and for any clubs out there watching that, or somebody that's the feel of an outdoor net with that one big looping, and it's actually Kelsey, who's not big on talking in front of a crowd, right? She's going to talk to us real quick about a SwiftNet.
Okay, I can talk about that. So I love my SwiftNet. I got it the first week it came out, and it's really light. It's super easy to put together.
Whatever, yeah.
It's awesome. I highly recommend it.
So you would say it's a great investment for the $300 that you spend?
Very much so. Love it.
And I think look at that gift by Johan and the nice soft recovery there. Sorry, back to the action.
That's all I got.
Kelsey was spot on with that SwiftNet review, though.
That was amazing.
Man, he is just an amazing player, and, he really surprises me. We got a little discrepancy on the score here. Cassandra's not a...
She was saying that she won that last point because she thought maybe they were confused, but
Maybe she thought it was going to be side out, but Johan was the first server, not the second server.
they've got it figured out now.
Yeah, and Rita's on her A game as a referee at a 5.0 mixed doubles match, so she's on point with that.
She's keeping good pace in.
And the ref can make a huge impact on a game, good or bad.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I got to say that they either keep the game going and they do a really good job and they stay out of it, or they get a little confused, a little flustered. They're not watching the lines. They're not watching.
A referee's there for the facilitation of a game, meaning they're supposed to be the catalyst for keeping the game flowing. They're supposed to keep the score so that
human. And there is a lot of stuff going on, like everything you just said. There's a lot for a referee to do.
No question.
And when you get a good referee, my goodness, the game is just different. And when you get a horrible one, I mean, it can really...
And with progress with pickleball, I mean, we're figuring this stuff out as we go.
Yeah, and I mean, who's going to walk in here, do an hour-long training to be a referee and then be perfect? So we do need to be patient with each other also.
For sure, Chris. That's great insight on that, man.
Because, I mean, we are just here for a good time.
At the end of the...
I ended up with the beer a little earlier than I wanted.
Hey, man, we've all been there. But, you know, you have the right... You understand the bigger perspective in life, and it's bigger than just winning or losing.
Well, and I mean, to go out here and play against Johan and Stephanie and Jared, people, so I don't feel horrible when I lose. I feel horrible about losing, but it's in the pickleball, and I didn't, so... You accept it and you go relax a little bit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the reality is you're not in the gold medal as far as we hoped. But, you know, I look forward to doing the commentary and the live streaming for other people who are in the gold medal matches. And yeah, definitely. And this is an exciting matchup, guys. I'm going to try to get us a score update again real quick. I think there's... I thought I heard 6-9-2. There's a good lob. Good reset, too, by Jared there. Oh, man, look at that.
Jared sped that up.
Too quick.
Sometimes it can work and catch him off guard, but Johan's just sitting on it waiting.
Yeah, he was dialed in right there. Wild West. Two people gunslinging at each other right there. Neither one willing to give an inch.
Is that the end of the game?
Either that or it's a side change.
Great pickleball to watch.
It really is. I'm not sure what we got going on here. Jared, is that the end of? Oh, 2-6. So we're just getting a timeout, is what it was. Somebody called a quick timeout. I think it was Jared and Cassandra.
Oh, third game. Switching sides.
Oh, they're switching. So it's actually 6-2-1, I believe. Yep. 6-2-2 now.
They might be doing it to keep Stephanie on the forehand, so then they have cross-court dinks from...
Agreed. I think they want Johan. Yeah, and I think it might even be more about they want Johan straight across from Cassandra because she's really good at hitting that shot. So maybe they feel like, well, yeah, look, they're doing it still. So they're coming back to it. So that's probably more than likely what's going on there.
He's gotten around that kitchen a couple times on her too, so that might be a strategy they're looking for.
Absolutely. Let's see if they do it again. Let's see if after the return yeah, he's already creeping over. Oh, wow, which is the chess match we're talking about. Oh!
Wow.
Did that hit?
Yeah, that landed with about like 6 inches inside the line, and that was unexpected because Jared yelled, "Let it go," or something to Cassandra about not hitting it.
Johan got his hands up quick to cover that line shot. He got lucky that it dropped in.
Yeah, and one
shot
to hit certain shots, and that's just a testament to that. All right, there's Cassandra going to that backhand Ernie. She knows Jared's got her back right there. See, so Ernie.
Yeah, once you get it out to the point there, out in the corner of the kitchen there, what you want to do is kind of limit the angle. You turn on that backhand dink side, and you look down. You don't really see anything that's happening anymore, and it's really hard to get a cross-court dink back across. So
absolutely.
You have to kind of feel it, and then you have a lob option.
Oh,
though.
Yeah, that did definitely work to their advantage on that point. But go back to that, Ernie. So talk about why Cassandra feels so clear.
You can still hit a winner, and you're still covering your responsibilities. The only time that you're really going to sell your partner out is when they throw a short lob up. And we did that a few times when we played against Jared.
She's throwing that lob up over Stephanie Lane's left shoulder. Stephanie's able to get a paddle on it, so it's not.
That one in. Johan was creeping into that middle because he wanted to poach it. Unfortunately, Cassandra kind of saw that and went down the line on him, and he couldn't catch up.
Wow, what a great point there by Cassandra Gerke. She's got some lightning fast hands on that backhand there.
Out of the winners bracket. No, Jared and Cassandra did. So
Cassandra and Jared, I think, beat them. No, that's not true. They lost to a different team. I'm not sure, but I don't believe it's happened today yet. This is the gold medal match is the first time they've seen update there. I'm not going to argue with Katie. Katie knows what she's talking about. So they did actually see each other earlier. Sorry about that.
Do we have scores on that? Do we know what happened?
I don't know. Katie, do you know what happened on that one? She knew that they lost, but she doesn't know any details. To let everybody know that this broadcast, this live stream is brought to you by Golden Boy Pickleball Productions, as well as Monarch Pickleball, and also Miller Lite. They do not, however, pay for any of the sponsorship stuff yet. We're just giving them a shout out. But no, let's get a quick gold medal match recap here. Game 1 went to Stephanie and Johan.
What was that score? 11-8? Was it that close?
I thought it was 11-8. It might not have been that good. It might have been 11-6. So game 1 went to Stephanie and Johan.
Yep, and then
they switched sides.
They switched sides. Game 2 went to Jared and Cassandra. They started slowing the ball down a little bit more. They started throwing in those lobs in a little bit better area where Johan was trying to
out of the timeout. Yep.
And if
so right now, I mean, the game's it's 6-8-2.
Oh.
This is anybody's game at this point.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely not an advantage at this point.
Factor down the stretch in any game, so it looks like the momentum's being built between Jared and Cassandra, and they're really picking up some steam here.
This will be interesting if they can get a quick side out and get that serve back.
Jared with a little movement up there early, kind of messed with Stephanie a little bit on that.
I think it threw her off, yeah.
Yeah, it did. It threw her off a little bit. And remember, oh, that did not go as planned. She did, however, hold her ground, and if you do that right there,
you can get back into the point. Yeah, no, you should never back up. You should never bail up.
Right there, man. I have a bad habit of doing that. I got to work on that.
I did watch you a little earlier. I may have been.
Yeah, I mean, that is so true. I mean, I tend to, Chris has been scoping me out there. Yeah, naturally, I just tend to back up. It's not because I'm scared of the ball, okay? Don't throw out, theories. But yeah, I mean, it is a bad habit that I've got to get out of, especially at the 5.0 level.
And that's the first time Stephanie's really turned her body and really ripped an overhead. So I'm wondering if that'll change the overhead.
Counter punch by Cassandra Gerke.
She caught it a little late, and it ended up being a great angle.
Yeah.
I think Johan's a little surprised.
Yeah, he was definitely surprised. 7-8-1 here. Again, anybody watching, this is game 3. The winner's bracket final was won by Jared and Cassandra, so they're the undefeated team.
Great hands by Jared there. I can't believe that he popped that backhand so hard down the middle. Kept it nice and low.
There's just that tennis in them, man. That's that tennis background.
Yeah. No, these games can be very similar, but so do ping pong shots or table tennis.
Yeah, even racquetball.
Racquetball, squash, all the badminton. I've seen all of these different sports kind of sneak into this game, and that's what makes this so unique and awesome, because you can pretty much be your own style.
How about water polo? Does that play a factor in pickleball? Water polo?
Leg strength, possibly.
Hand-eye coordination?
Never really played water polo much.
I mean, there's a chance that Chris Heck has actually played water polo. He's not confirming nor denying. That's great. Kelsey, have you ever played water polo?
I have not played water polo.
Have you ever watched water polo on ESPN?
In the Olympics.
It has nothing to do with him getting put out early. I'm just saying.
Jared.
Hey, Jared.
Jared.
Hey, are we in a timeout, or is that, what are we in?
Timeout. It's 9-8.
Okay, we got 9-8-1 or 9-8-2?
I never know the score.
Jared just plays.
They've been catching up quite a bit this entire game, and they're right on the brink. They're either going to drop 3 points, or we're just going to be in a dogfight for the next few.
Yep. Well, as relaxed as they are, I thought they were on beer 30 already.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, part of it's just sitting on these cold, hard bleachers we got right here.
And they did get the side out, so Johan and Stephanie are going to try and pop 2 here.
They're going to try to close it out. 9-8-1.
Cassandra, but she could handle it. Stephanie got caught in no man's land.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell Cassandra's really dialed in right now. She's playing well.
That's the problem. I can't distract the players.
It's not like we have a 5.0 gold medal match game 3 going on right here down the stretch or anything. That's another good one.
She thought she got it. It was just
Thank you, Chris, for that.
trying to help out with the metric system.
Nice. Oh.
Response.
Absolutely. Yeah, we know about, if anybody's kept up with pickleball over the years, Puppet Master had some interesting responses to a lot of things.
Always fun watching the Puppet Master.
There's room. Yeah, he's known as one of the best pickleball players to ever play and also the most controversial.
Which always makes it fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, controversial.
I mean, sometimes when we're playing our practice matches, we can throw that little Puppet Master move in there.
There's a lot of trash talk in pickup games, especially at 5-0.
Gets everybody fired up.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody thinks that pickleball is this like golf type mentality. It's really not. If you had microphones on all the 5.0 players, you would hear some stuff that you would probably go, I don't want my children around that right there. But no, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's not that bad. It's PG-13, at least.
Maybe a little higher.
We might have some rated R at times with these, but hey, going back to the game, there's Cassandra again with the backhand Ernie. She loves that shot.
She really had to stretch for that one and didn't get as much on it, and I think it actually threw Johan off a little bit.
Absolutely. Johan calling that ball long, so I guess he just trusted the judgment of Johan.
Well, everybody has integrity here, so it's really...
I agree. Okay, there's Johan making her pay for that lob.
That's 2 in a row, so I'm thinking that Cassandra's probably going to start easing off at the lobs. They're picking up on it, they're getting their feet under it, and they're hitting the ball hard.
The only other adjustment, if she's not going to go away from that lob, is to fake like she's going to go, turn her body toward.
I believe that may have hit a sweat spot or some kind of liquid. When the ball does that, yeah, if she's going to throw up a lob, she might want to be hitting over the left shoulder and, just getting them scrambling back there.
Yeah.
That'll be a bit more effective for her. Get over there and crush it.
He crushed it actually right back at Cassandra, almost like a nonverbal cue of like, hey, you need to stop doing that because I'm going to make you pay for it.
Yeah, and they're trying to clean off the court right now, but really we just need the 4 players to stop sweating.
If they could just stop sweating, this would all be a moot point.
Not sure what's going on with all this sweat, but this is definitely going to let them cool off for a second. Hopefully we just get true bounces, because that's all we're looking for here.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to have a winner, but we just want normal pickleball.
Yeah, I feel like we're in an NBA timeout right now. They're like wiping the floor down.
Yeah, we need some kids with the brooms working on that.
That's right. All right, Chris, let's see if we can get a score update here on this game 3.
Sandra's going to want that one back.
That's a rare miss by her. What is it? 10-11, so they have made a comeback here, guys. So it's 11-11-2. Now it's getting interesting because if Jared and Cassandra end up winning this, it's over.
It's over, yeah.
Pressure.
We're hoping to see one more game, but at the same time, good for them if they can pull it off.
Well, who's got more pressure on them, Johan and Stephanie or Jared and Cassandra? That would have been a great...
She had an inch, and she just barely missed it.
Going back to what I just asked you, I mean, who do you think at this point, the team that's got the safety net or the other team that's basically doesn't have that safety net?
No, I'm not sure either of them are.
But remember,
there's more pickleball after, but I guarantee you Cassandra and Jared are feeling like they want to win this just as bad as the other ones do. And
for sure,
the safety net, I'm not sure it's playing in at 11 all in the third game.
You don't think subconsciously they know that they have this in the back pocket?
I think their intensity is just at every single point right now.
Regardless of what they've got in their back pocket.
Yeah, and I don't think any of them are going to speed up where they shouldn't be just because they have a safety net. Because
makes sense.
They're going to play straight up and they're going to hope the bounces go their way.
Okay, there we go. There's a side out. 12-11-2. Thank you. We got a score update here.
Thank you for being honest.
All right, the ball is hit out.
Well, Johan was trying to be aggressive there and probably going to wrap around the kitchen there and pull an Ernie off.
Oh, we have a timeout called by Stephanie and Johan. Looked like Johan showing a little bit of visible frustration right there. Kind of mad at himself for missing that.
Yeah, I think he was just being too aggressive. And he just pushed it too far.
Yeah, he just hit it just about 6 inches or less outside the sideline there. You know, when you see a 5.0 player, or really any player that has a plan to execute a shot and they don't actually execute it, sometimes we'll see some visible frustration, a little bit of just emotions. That's because it feels like in sports, a lot of people who are successful in any sport, they have a little bit of perfectionist mentality in them. They don't want to
be realistic about it. If we miss a shot, sometimes we're reaching too far, or we want it and we're trying to force it to happen. And I think that's kind of what happened there. He knows, in hindsight, he should have been a bit more patient, just drop the ball away quick, but that's not always possible.
He was almost thinking too much on that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 11-12-1. Sorry. Here we go. Back to the action.
At a certain point, it becomes predictable when you're wanting it to happen so bad. There you go. Much more patient.
Yeah,
kept Cassandra in no man's land for 3 different shots, and eventually she popped one up.
Yeah, and if you notice, she was back, and Jared is actually up in the kitchen, or about a step back from the kitchen. You know, and that puts him in a really bad spot when she does get that ball a little too high, because Johan's going to put it right at the feet of Jared.
Yeah, when they start popping it up high, they need to both retreat behind the line, but she got stuck there.
It's a good effort dive right there. You know, that's the effort that she puts out point in and point out. She's never going to not dive for that ball.
She's a competitor. She's here for it. But no man's land is between the baseline and the kitchen line, and you don't want to get stuck there. You're never allowed to stay there. You're allowed to travel through to get up to the kitchen line, and you might have to hit a shot there. If you hit a good drop, it'll be an easy one. But don't get stuck in no man's land.
We apologize for these delays. There's just a lot of sweat going on around here. Every time somebody dives, there's just sweat everywhere. It's like a heavyweight boxing match right here. They're just slugging it out. It's a figure of speech. Controversy with sweat. It's ridiculous.
The only other time I could say that the ball didn't bounce for was if it's broken, but the indoor balls don't break, so I'm not sure why it bounced.
Yeah, me either. It was a possible save, Chris.
With a drop.
Look at the communication between Jared and Cassandra. That's really good. Jared's saying you. You know, a lot of times 2 partners that don't communicate well, they're not going to be able to get on the same page 100%, because a lot of times communication while you're on the court is key and is crucial to playing out each point and knowing where you need to be and what hesitation can kill you every time in pickleball.
Yeah, and it makes it tough when you just sign up for a tournament by yourself and you get a partner handed.
What I call a blind date. It's a blind date.
And they don't always go well.
No, a lot of times they don't go well, yeah.
But sometimes they can go well, and then you end up with a partner for life. So, you're better off, if you don't have a partner, you're better off playing with somebody you don't know.
Well, playing is always better than not playing, right, Chris?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Would you agree, Katie McKee?
Yes.
All right.
Pretty solid one.
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't. Yeah, Katie doesn't play around. Yeah. Just like she doesn't screw around when she hits her backhand drive shot from the baseline. I actually peed my pants just a little bit last time when she hit that thing at me. A phenomenal serve every single time.
There's not really a huge benefit to it. In tennis...
3 were Scott Golden.
No, we have never played against
Yeah, well, we will tomorrow, though, sir.
Oh.
It's guaranteed. It's round robin, so we're guaranteed to play on the court together.
Sorry for your luck, but generally with the serves, you want to just keep them deep, so then that deep, they might pop one long.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I agree.
If you can ever get a good... then you have options of an easier 3rd ball drop or maybe even a do it. And what they're going to do is keep you in no man's land.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, and if you get stuck in no man's land all day, you're not winning.
For anybody that's watching this, maybe watching this for the first time and doesn't know all of the strategies at 5.0 pickleball, why would you try to keep your opponent back if you're up in the kitchen, what we call the non-volley zone, and you've got 2 opponents that are back at the baseline? Why would you want to keep them back versus maybe softening it up and bringing them up to the kitchen?
Oh, you definitely want to keep them back, because hitting those 3rd ball drops or even 5th ball drops, they're not easy, and there's not a lot of room for error, and you're doing it from 20 feet back or 15 feet back. If they can keep you back, it's just a harder shot to be 100% accurate on.
For sure, yeah.
And when you're serving, your main goal is to level the playing field, because it's a huge disadvantage to be serving.
No question.
So you want to get to the kitchen, level that playing field, and then just kind of see what you can do.
Look at that defense by Stephanie Lane right there.
Wow.
We call her the lob queen. We also call her the lane wall.
She did a fantastic job. She's very good with that blocking shot. When somebody speeds up on you and you don't really move your paddle, you just drop it back down for another dink.
Yeah, it's literally a block. She's not putting any forward progression with her paddle. It's literally letting this pace that Jared creates come off of her paddle and come back over into the kitchen. I mean, that is a perfect example of how you don't have to swing through every shot.
Yeah, and it's only one of them in the block, so they're speeding up with no repercussions. I feel like on the high speed ups, she'll sometimes get out of the way, which does change it up, but I haven't really seen her fire one back.
You know,
I'd love to just see her go for one.
What I've found in pickleball is there's two different mindsets. There's two trains of thought. One is be aggressive for the other team mess up. Let them make the unforced error first. It seems like Stephanie Lane has adopted that you allow the other team to mess up first.
Well, and she's taking advantage of her high balls, though, so you're going to, at some point, you're going to have to create a few of them yourself.
Absolutely, no question.
And it's a dangerous game to play. It always is.
The game's changing, too, though, isn't it, Chris? I mean, we got more and more young tennis players coming into the sport, and we've got more and more people just adopting the mindset of, like, a third shot drive and then a fifth shot drop. What do you think is changing with that and why?
Well, people are starting to figure this game out a little bit more. When you get more people, you get more strategies and more ideas coming through, and then you kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. Generally, when the return's very deep, has a lot of spin on it, you want to rip that and put a lot of junk on that. And the weird part is everybody puts a different kind of junk on it. Some will put topspin, some will put side.
You can't not be predictable in this game anymore.
No, and that's with the masses playing.
It's a great shot right there by Jared, by the way.
I mean, how many people were playing 2? Yeah, and once people find out how much fun this game is, and you can come from all the different racket sports, so you're not limiting. It's hard to play.
Oh, what a shot there by Johan Finson. Sorry to interrupt you, Chris, but that was just a phenomenal Ernie. That wasn't your true Jared.
And that's a really tough shot to do because Jared came over with his forehand to cover the middle. It opened it up, but if he hits it too far and Jared sees it, he can go around the post.
Absolutely, no question.
Johan hit it and hit a beautiful shot there.
Absolutely. Let's get a score update.
16-15-2.
16.
What you like on that?
Oh, Jared getting a little anxious on that. That ball was just below the net, and he tried to tee off on it.
I think he did a good job there because usually the middle is the
different story there. Another foot fault. That's the second foot fault Rita's called on Jared there.
She's doing a fantastic job.
She is, and when referees giving everything they've got and they're very focused, you're not going to question those calls because you know she's going to make that right call. And actually, on a side note, a referee should never make a call unless they're 100% sure that they know kind of shot. It's going to be a little tiptoe, maybe the big toe touching, or
him leaning forward. Yeah,
just a brief. Even sometimes you have some momentum of event right here.
I think the events are going to continue to change.
Oh, that ball hit out. That's a rare miss by Stephanie right there.
I think she was trying to short hop that and it had a little more spin on it. So Cassandra did a good job with that.
It had a little stank on it.
If you please.
All right, 16-17. Once she's got guys. We 2 out of 3 games.
This is the third game.
Oh my gosh, we're not even in the game to 15, guys. I am a terrible commentator. Obviously, I have no idea what's going on. Where are we? Who am Johan? 16-17-2. Oh, nice shot. What a nasty shot by Cassandra Gerke.
Low percentage, but she did it perfectly.
I think she's been working on some of that stuff. I think she can hit that stuff more confidently because she's been working on it.
She cut that ball over his left shoulder. She did fantastic.
17-17-2, Chris Heck. Not game to 15. So keep this in mind. If Stephanie and Johan are able to pull this one out, we will, as viewers, see a game to 15.
Yeah, they're going to be exhausted. They've been out here forever.
Yeah, and Stephanie and Johan are not exactly spring chickens. They are 50-plus senior pros. So, no, listen, they're not. Look, they're 50-plus. I mean, they're out here battling long rolling with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to 100% say you made the wrong comment.
I made the wrong comment.
Yeah.
No, it's really a compliment to them. They are battling, absolutely going wide open here. And to be able to go into these marathon games, it's just unbelievable.
You're doing a really good job.
Chris Heck, not afraid to call me. I feel like there's a lot of people here that disagreed with what I said, and I want to apologize for that. That was not my intentions to piss off the crowd. I could be tarred and feathered right now, probably.
We'll give you a buy since you were up late last night with the storm.
Look at the get right there by Jared and the recovery. Pretty easily there.
And I don't know everybody that's over 50, but I'm going to 100% say that we do not accept his apology.
The people from Wichita are savage. Hashtag savage.
Johan just did another Ernie. Wrapped around the kitchen, did a fantastic job with that one.
So just to drive home my point about this is, it's not a big deal for a 50-plus senior pro to hit an Ernie over and over and over. So, that is a huge, huge compliment to them, guys.
And I feel like if he keeps ramping and doing the Ernies outside of the kitchen, then his sweat will fall outside also. So this is a win-win.
This part of that paddle just tipped it right in the net there.
Johan got a little high ball, and he hit that one about as perfect as you can.
Yeah, you can't hit a ball any better than that. And, he didn't go away from her there. He went right into the Coca-Cola to give us a, update on there. I've never seen anything like this much sweat. I mean, they are... Hey, however, I did get a free drink, and this live stream brought to you by Miller Lite.
I thought we were doing Pepsi products.
Oh, at this point, no, it's Miller Lite.
18-17 won on this one.
18-17. Wow, that was lightning fast on that Ernie. It's like Cassandra's done this before, huh, Christy?
She's done it a million times.
Oh, this is the inside joke between me and Christy. We're BFFs now. All day, every day. Okay. All right, so Chris, come with me. We're going to do an interview with Cassandra and Jared when they get wrapped up. I want you to do a co-host interview with me. I'm going to set the Miller Lite down, though. I don't think it's good etiquette to bring that. Yeah, we're going to get them all. Oh, they're not done. Oh, we're doing a game to 15. Oh, I thought it was over. I got bad information right there.
You count us out yet.
Record, I was given bad information. I was told that it was over. So Stephanie Lane and Johan Svensson going to the game to 15. Dylan Frazier, what do you think about that?
Close game.
Close game. What do you think the outcome is going to be for the game to 15? You don't have to say.
I don't know.
You're going to. All right, I like these answers.
So on the video, it looked like Stephanie Lane hit the ball in the net, but at the time, right when she hit it in the net, we had a foot fault called at 18-17 too.
Who's the foot fault called on?
It was on, I believe, Jared. I believe.
Oh, so
on the kitchen line, and then Stephanie's ball went into the net, making it look like they lost the point.
But they, in fact, got the foot fault win, which means they're moving on to the game to 15. Thank you so much for the update. Give us your first and last name so everybody knows who you are.
Carter Tubasing.
Where are you from, Carter?
Overland Park, Kansas.
Overland Park, Kansas. Is that anywhere near Wichita?
I would say about a 3-hour drive.
What about Kansas City?
About a 20-minute drive.
Okay, I'm getting closer. It's like, hot and cold, and I got a little warmer there. So tell us, how long have you been playing pickleball, Carter?
So I started playing about 6 months ago.
6 months ago? Golly, what the heck?
So, yeah, with my background.
Which is?
Tennis, golf, ping pong, and basically number one priority is coaching. Coaching is my favorite thing.
That's your passion?
Yep, so I've coached a lot of different sports, and I love playing pickleball, but my true passion is coaching.
How old are you, Carter?
20 years old.
20 years old, and you knew early on that coaching was something you wanted to do, huh?
Yeah, so basically my mom is almost a French native speaker, and she is a French teacher, and my dad is a lawyer, and both of those things kind of combined together to make me basically a coach.
That's fantastic, man. Do your parents play pickleball?
They are trying, but they're still at a beginner level. I'm giving them a lot of lessons. So.
That's what I'm talking about, because you're a coach, so that would make sense.
Yep.
Okay, Carter, I look forward to it, man. Do we get to play each other tomorrow in the 5.0 bracket?
I believe so. Yeah, I'll be playing you and your partner,
my partner is Johan Svensson, who's in the 5.0 mixed doubles gold medal match.
That should be awesome. So that should be on video too, right?
It will be streamed, absolutely. We're doing round robin, so everybody's going to get to play everybody. And if I've done a good job of convincing, then I've convinced Michael Porter, the tournament director, to give us the top 2 teams to play a best 2 out of 3 for a gold medal match. How does that sound?
That's awesome. Now, is the bronze match going to be played, or will it be bronze awarded to the third team with the most wins?
So far, Carter, I've only been able to convince him of the gold medal matchup, but maybe if you and I go tag team it, we can get him to do a bronze medal match as well.
Sounds good.
It may just be 1 game to 15, though. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that'll work.
I'm good with that, too.
As long as we all get back, at the right time.
Yeah, we got to get back at a decent time. Of course, I've got an 8-hour job. See you, Dave and Chris. That's our buddies, Dave and Chris, right there, heading out. I don't know why they're not staying for the game to 15, but, who cares? At this point, we're just here having fun. There's some 3.0 action, I believe. No, I'm sorry. These are pickup games, I feel. What do we got going on over here on this other court?
So we got some players here from Overland Park on the left here who have taken lessons from me before. And then on the right, probably some other people from maybe around this area.
Are they playing? Do you know if they're playing an actual match, or is this just a pickup game? I wonder.
I believe it's a pickup game.
We could be wrong, but we're both feeling like it's pickup. I went with the pickup game too. Okay, we're about to start, guys. We're going to get back to our seats here. Thank you, Carter, for your...
For this last set, who do we, who are we looking towards? Are we looking for the momentum to carry over?
I got to tell you, I'm going to go with Stephanie and Johan.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. The momentum from that set. It was 19-17 to finish.
What a game.
We'll see if that carries over, but we also have the youth of pickleball coming up.
That is true.
We'll see how they fare.
That is absolutely true. Thank you, Carter. We're going to get back to our seats. We're going to go back to the live action here.
Jack Oxley in ping pong. Oh, but it still freaks him out.
That's a horrible ping pong player. Jack is bad at ping pong?
No, he's not. Give me one. It's my birthday, freak.
Wait, you can
I did do that.
Okay, well, there.
But then after that...
All right, guys, we're starting the game to 15 here in the 5.0 mixed doubles gold medal match. 0-0-2, Cassandra and Jared starting serve. Oh, that's a great soft shot right there. Backhand push shot right there by Stephanie Lane for the side out. I'm going to have to go charge my phone real quick so it doesn't die. I'll be right back.
Mr. Scott, how are you?
What's up, buddy? How are you doing?
I don't know that you can have that in here.
This is Keenan Gore. I don't know if I can or not, but I was given this for free, and I never turned down a free gift, Keenan.
Well, that's fair enough. Free gifts are fine.
Yeah, Golden Boy never turns down a free gift.
There's got to be a sign in here somewhere, I think.
I would have to agree. There's probably a sign that says prohibiting what we're doing here. I will also say that I was influenced by some Missouri people, so that definitely played a role.
That can happen here.
So Keenan, while I've got you for a second, you played in this, and you and your partner just were lights out. Came up a little short, but talk to us real quick about this game to 15. And have you been watching the whole thing, or okay?
Yep, I've been watching quite a bit. I think Jared and Cass have this one. They've been a little shaky towards the end of that last game, but I think they'll take this game home if they can stick to the strategy they've been going with, which it's been kind of a lot of dinks at Johan. And then once they speed the ball up, it goes to Stephanie, and that seems to be the way that's been working for them.
Yeah. As on cue, I noticed that Cassandra lobbed Stephanie right there over her left shoulder plan.
As far as the lobbing goes, both teams are actually lobbing quite a bit compared to what you would normally see in 5-0 play, but all four of them, they all have fantastic lobs, so there's no reason not to. But man, you're just seeing the positioning, everybody's getting...
Suspicions as well.
Yeah. But as far as lobbing over Jared and Cass, I mean, when you've got Stephanie's lob, you'd be dumb not to use it at least every once in a while. But
yeah, and I think what she's so good at and effective with her lob is that she times it really well.
She times it very well, and she places it very well. I know in the end of our match, I think we hit the back corner on the right side of the court, which is just as far out of my reach as it can be. So.
Yeah, I mean, I know you tracked one of them down for sure. I saw where you tracked one of those or one of them early at some point. But, yeah, those are tough, man. When they pull you out of position that far, even if you do get the ball back, you're kind of way back at the baseline.
I think that's what they're counting on. More than anything, if it's a good lob and with this Onyx ball.
Oh, he's all up in the kitchen.
Trying to hit the ball out of the air. Both of them are so good at blocking up at the net. So even if you get that ball out of the air, now you're hitting down on the ball, and you have one person back, and then they have both people up, so you're working your way back up again. So if they can continue to hit good lobs, and it's been an effective strategy so far.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's Sandra's inverted backhand right there. I mean, when she gets the ball up about, shoulder high or a little lower than shoulder high, she tends to turn that paddle inside out and then hit it across the body of the person straight across from her.
I don't think anybody does it any better than she does, that's for sure. She's got an interesting grip there, and gosh, it works so well for her. She does such a good job of setting it up more than anything. It makes it the shot that's open to a lot of people because that backhand is more exposed. But for her, I mean, she prefers that ball.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and she's worked on perfecting her craft with that for a while now. And I think playing with Dave, I've got a side story on that shot, that selection of her paddle positioning right there. I talked to her about it and how she came about doing that. And basically what she told me was, she was struggling with it early because Dave was trying to get her to change to a traditional backhand, and she was doing. I mean, this is her word. She said she was god awful at it on the traditional, and so Dave said, you know what, just go back to what you're comfortable with and just make sure you do it at the right time. Make sure if you're going to do it, it's the right time. And she really has perfected that.
She really has. Yeah, and I think that's true for any pickleball player, man. Find what works for you and make a strategy around it. Obviously, it's worked out for so many different players. You see guys even at the top level, the Callan Dawsons, and they have all very unique styles, but it works so well for them. And it's not something that you can teach more than anything. Like, I wouldn't teach anybody to use that grip that Cass uses.
That's right.
Obviously, it works so well for her. So.
Yeah, I mean, you have to make custom adjustments sometimes. It's not all cookie cutter in pickleball or any sport, really, to be honest. Look at some of the top pros in any sport. They've got some unique characters that do their own style.
Talking about pitchers on a pitcher's mound.
Okay, you read my mind.
They're all over the place. I remember when Tim Lincecum, people would look at him and be like, how does he get so much torque on the ball when he was pitching? This guy with a 5'10" frame who could throw a ball 100 miles an hour.
Unbelievable.
Like, it's just
he's a freak of nature is what he is.
They call him the freak. Yeah, absolutely. Again, not something that you would teach, but something that pros do very well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate that insight on that. I mean, you're a guy, just me being around you for the last couple of days, I mean, I've learned and picked up on a lot of stuff, and you're one of those, just spend time with me even on my game and helping me, even knowing that Sunday we're going to be, competing against each other. But that's kind of the beautiful part about pickleball too, is like we're kind of a big family, in a lot of ways. And
absolutely. Yeah, I think that's true for everybody. When we come to the tournaments like this, we're all trying to get better. And when you see somebody doing something, you're like, man, I really like how they do that. Ask them about it. Yeah, don't be afraid to talk to people. I think any of the 5-0s, especially the ones that are here today, there's not a single one of them that wouldn't pull you aside and say, yeah, I do this because of this.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're so giving.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So giving with their time and their resources.
You got so many good people here on the court right now. Jared Smith here, he runs clinics. He's run free clinics for people trying to get introduced into pickleball. Cass has done the same thing, and both of them have been such an integral